5 rules for financial freedom. Number 1 is only ever use leverage to buy assets. Never use debt to buy liabilities. That may seem like an obvious thing, but far too many people use debt the wrong way. They use debt to buy cars, they use debt to buy holidays, they use debt to buy computers, they use debt to buy caravans, jet skis, boats, you name it. Debt is the way. They are borrowing from tomorrow to afford their lifestyle today. If you continue that, that starts a negative liability spiral. Basically, the liabilities continue to rack up, they continue to drop in value, they continue to cost you money on the interest, and all the while you are losing money, and it's costing you more and more today to afford those liabilities, as opposed to a positive asset spiral, which we'll talk about shortly. Number 2 is to pay yourself first. The wealthy always pay themselves first. They don't pay their living expenses and save with what's left over. They pay themselves first, and then they live with what's left over. That is the number 1 thing. If you go the other way around, there is never enough money around to do the investing. It's always this thing of, oh, well, when I earn more, then I'll invest. The thing is, if you are a person that is in the habit of spending everything you earn, or even spending more than you earn, then earning more money isn't going to change that, because your habit is spend everything you earn. So you need to change that habit first. Then earning more money is just going to add leverage to that. So pay yourself first. The first 10, 15, 20, 25%, whatever it is that you can afford that you earn needs to come out straight away and be put away to invest, not just to save. We're not saving for the sake of paying for something later on, saving to invest. Yes, keep some money aside in a savings account as well for a rainy day, but we are talking predominantly about saving to invest. We are saving to invest in your future. That money is not to be touched. That is not to be pulled out next year because we really deserve this holiday. No, forget about it. It is not there to play with. That is for your future. That is for your financial freedom. Number 3 is create a positive asset spiral. I mentioned before a negative liability spiral. So a positive asset spiral is where you use your income, you use that money you're putting aside to buy income generating assets and appreciating assets. So you start with that asset, it goes up in value, and it gives you additional cash flow. That cash flow you reinvest and buy more assets. That equity that is created by the appreciating asset is reinvested and buying more assets. So we're constantly using that increase in equity and that continued additional cash flow to fuel that machine, to fuel that wealth creation vehicle, to buy more and more assets that then are just adding more and more leverage to the expansion of the equity and the expansion of the cash flow, all the while increasing your ability to buy more assets, as opposed to the opposite, where we're just going spiraling and basically circling the drain because we keep increasing our cost and the value of those doodads, as Robert Kiyosaki would put it, continue to go down. The 4th rule for financial freedom is get mentors and negative mentors. Now, most people have heard about getting mentors, but maybe not about the negative mentors. So getting mentors, and notice I'm saying mentors plural, I'm not saying get one. One is better than none, but multiple is even better again. Find people that already have the results that you're after, people that are living the lifestyle that you are after, and emulate them, and ideally get them to actively play a role in your development and getting you along that journey. I promise you, trying to figure it out all yourself is going to take much longer and be a lot more expensive, even if you have to pay for those mentors. I have mentors that I pay, and I also have free mentors. Both are absolutely crucial to the trajectory that I'm on. And if I didn't have them, I would not be anywhere near where I am today. So find people that have the results you want and ask them, yes, ask them to help you on your journey. And when they do something, when they tell you to do something, make sure you do it. That's how you get a mentor enrolled. If you go and sit down with them, they give you a whole bunch of information, and then you go back and ask for more, but you haven't done anything with what they first gave you, they're not going to be enrolled in your journey, and they're highly unlikely to give you more of their time. So make sure when they ask you to do something, you accept the fact that they know something you don't know. Otherwise, you'd already have their results. So you do need an element of blind faith there and act on the advice they give you. Now, negative mentors is looking for people. So I'll give you an example where someone may be a mentor for you financially, but they may be a negative mentor, for example, in family life. So if someone's a billionaire, okay, they might be a fantastic person to follow and learn from financially. But if they're onto their 3rd divorce, their kids don't want to talk to them, and they're morbidly obese, Well, those are areas that they are a negative mentor. So there's perhaps things to learn from them in the financial sphere, but we're not going to emulate their life completely. Otherwise, we're going to end up with all the results that they have. So make sure you are very picky about who you choose to follow, and also look at what parts of their life that you would like to emulate and which parts you would not. Because no one's going to be perfect. No one is perfect. So there are going to be parts about them that you like and parts about them that you don't like. Take the good, ignore the bad, cut it out. And the fifth rule for financial freedom is expand your mind every single day. You would have heard the saying about if you read a book twice, you discover things the second time you read it that you swear weren't there before. It's not that the book is different, it's that you are a different person reading that book. So what we are aiming to do is effectively reinvent you, create a new you every single day by expanding your mind, because when you expand your mind, you see things that you never saw before, or you see them in a different way than you've ever seen them before. So expand your mind every single day. Read podcasts, do seminars, do courses, whatever it might be. Invest in yourself both financially and with time to continue to expand your mind so you can see things that you've never seen before and that you didn't even know existed. Those are my 5 rules for financial freedom. If you'd like to learn more, make sure you subscribe. And if you've got any questions or you'd like other things to be covered, make sure you put it in the comments and I'll do my best to cover it in future content.